So a split line tool, it is a tool that projects an entity. The entity can be a sketch, solid, surface, face, or a plane, and make it a what? A surface, or a curved faces, or a planar faces. This split line tool command can also divide a selected face into multiple several faces. In other words, it splits faces without creating a new surface body or trim. So what I'm trying to say is that this command make it more easier and faster for us to create a face without creating a new surface or without trimming the existing body. So let's continue. Before I explain on how to use a split line tool, first let's talk about where to find this split line tools command. Your split line tools command can be found at your default curves, and the curves can be found at your features. When you click on your features, so you see many commands, you see the extruded boss and so on. You can just trace it and until you see a curve. So there's a small arrow beneath your curve. When you click on the small arrow, you see another command that will be shown, that will pop out. So we have, that's where you find your split line, your project curve, your composite curve, and so on and so forth. So we can find our split line from here. Likewise, you can also go to your search command and type the word split. Type the word split, then you see the command there. So you can go back to your curves and click on the split line. There are three types of splits which I'm going to be talking about today. We have the silhouette split, we have the projection split, we have the intersection split. These three types of split has different means of operations, but they give the same results. They have different means of performing their functions, but both give what? The same results. So I'll be explaining each and every one differently. At my last tutorial video, I explained what a silhouette means. So I won't be going back to it. So you can go back to my last tutorial video and look what and listen to what I explained as silhouette. So in this silhouette features, we need, if we want to perform a silhouette split line tool, we need a plane and a face. That is the means of performing this function, this silhouette function as a split line tools. We only need a face and a plane. So you can see in this place we have two dialog boxes. So one is for the face and one is for the what? The plane to be selected. So to get my plane and my face, I can click on my tree diagram. So you can see this small arrow is where your tree is. So I can click the first dialog box, I can click my plane. You can click on any other plane. You can click on front, you can play around with stuff. Our main function is also create a new sketch, which is more easier than creating a plane and trimming and extruding, all because we want to get a new shape. So I will click on my front plane, then the other one I'll click on my second dialog box and I'll click on the plane, on the face of the object. So you can see a new sketch has been created, easier for us without no stress. Then I'll click on OK. So we can see from this place now that this object has been split into two. So if I click on this place, you can see the orange line, this blue color as shown, and if I click on the other one, you can see. So this what a split function is all about. So I can delete one of the parts from here, or I can delete the other part from here and get a semicircle. So that's one of the function of a split line. For the projections, one of the way we can use a projector split line is that one of the things you have to note in a projector split line that it can work, mostly projection line does not really work with a circular shapes. I get it. It does not really work with a circular shape. The shape must be a flat shape. a rectangular shape or a square shape. So we are going to be using another example for the projection. So that's one of the things you have to know. So for a projection, let's go back to our split line command. So for the projection, one of the things you need is you need a sketch. You need to create a sketch and the face you use. Though I explained earlier that silhouette, you need what? You need a plane and a face to be selected. But for projection, we need a sketch. That is, a sketch must be drawn and a face must be selected. Now we have to draw our sketch. Now I can go back to this, I can click on this face and draw a sketch. So after I've drawn it, I can click on OK, then go back to my curve and perform a projection split line command. So you will see it automatically go to projection because that is what it can work for. Then I'll click on the face I want to split into two. Then I'll click on the green check. Then you can see that's really split it for me. You can see it better. So you can see this shape here and you can see the other shape here. They have split the component into two for me. So I can delete this other part and delete this other part, or I can mostly this what simulation works for. In terms of if you want to simulate this part alone and you don't want this place to be affected, then you have to split it into two. So that's one of the function of a split line command in terms of simulation. If you don't want all the components, like the parts of the component to be affected, so you can split it into two. So thank you. So let's go to the intersection curve. Intersection curve, as the name implies, intersection. So I really love SolidWorks for 18. It will the commands are user friendly. It means intersection, that is two components or two parts touching each other, joining each other. So that means that intersection curve will really work or will work when you have two components touching each other. So that's when you can create a what? A split face different from the face you have before. Are you getting? So that's how intersection works. So how are we going to perform this intersection? You go to where from this place. Now we've worked on silhouette, we've worked on projection. So the next one you do is that you ensure that you click on this circle for intersection. So intersection, you only need what we need for silhouette. Let me go back to silhouette. We need what? A face and a plane. Don't forget, for projection, we need what? A sketch and a face. But for intersection, you will need two faces for the two components that are touching each other. So now let me just give you an example. I click on this face and I also click on the entire face of this machine at the beneath. Then I'll click on ensure. Look at what happened here. You see that we have two colors here because I didn't click on the other dialog box. So please note when you are doing this. So I can just come back here, click on the box and delete all and start all over again. So I click on the face one, this is it, and I'll click on the dialog box of the other shape. Then I'll click on this. Then you can see what is happening here. You can see that it has split it for me into two. So let us use this one as example. Then I'll click on OK. So you can see if I should click on this place, this shape here is quite different from this one here. So that's how these three types of split line works. They give the same result, but the means of operations are different. And I hope you can able to distinguish between these three. A silhouette can only work mostly can work in any faces, any shapes, a circular, a rectangular shape, any shape. But note that a silhouette must work with what? A plane and a face. While intersection work with two faces intersecting together, joining together. And a projection, you need to sketch a line and a face. So thank you very much for watching my video, and please ensure you like and subscribe. And if you have any other question to ask, you can go down and ask a question. Thank you very much.